Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. Now, like a lot of you probably did, I woke up very early today, 6:30 a.m. to read the patch notes, to make a patch notes video, because that's what I was expecting to do, and that's what you were expecting to see. And that's not what we found when I went over to the forums. There's nothing. It's devoid of all patch note territory, and it's not like sometimes the patch notes are late, but they've already been posted in Korean a few hours earlier, and they just haven't been translated into English. No. There's no Korean patch notes on Naver forums. There's no English patch notes. So I started thinking, and I started perusing the game, and I look at the event quest, and this is the pre-update event quest because it drops pre-release event tokens. And it says time ends in 1 day, 2 hours, and usually these events end the day, like on the daily reset before an update. But this one actually runs until tomorrow. Tomorrow's reset in like 27 hours or 26 hours. I think that means that the update is a day late. So for those of you hoping to see patch notes, wondering why there are no patch notes, is the game dying? Is the game dead? Is the game, on hiatus? What is going on? It's just 1 day later than usual. Now, even though it's a pretty simple explanation, 1 day later than usual, it's Lunar New Year. Obviously the entire Korean branch is going to be busy with that. Maybe some of the US branch isn't, but that's whatever. That's fine. It's a very simple explanation, and we have something in game that points to that being the case, right? The event quest lasting 1 day longer than normal. But I have to say, pretty simply, they could have said something. I'm not going to make too big a fuss out of this because, it's just 1 day, and I don't want to sound like some lunatic who can't wait 24 hours for his favorite game to be updated, and it gets updated every month, twice a month. But at the same time, would it have killed them? Would it have killed them to just post something tiny, right? Saying, hey guys, we know, not hey guys, hey agents, we know that you're looking forward to the February update, and normally updates are scheduled for Tuesday night, like Wednesday in the early hours of the morning. This month is going to be 1 day later, 24 hours later than usual, because of Lunar New Year, because of scheduling conflicts, because of Corona. Like, you have a laundry list of reasons why. It doesn't matter, but it just wouldn't hurt to do that, because if you look at the real patch notes leak, where are the patch notes? Patch notes, where are the patch notes? To the devs, patch notes. So, players are obviously panicking, and I'm not saying that the highest IQ I'm not even saying the lowest IQ players are found on the forums, but, you kind of get what I'm saying. It wouldn't have killed them to just write something small, and it would have allowed me to sleep a few more hours, and it probably would have allowed a lot of other people to sleep more, and to not have their expectations, which are pretty well established to be, always today, to be that way. However, it does give us an opportunity to appreciate the February update key art. Now, I didn't make a video about this originally because they posted it 8 minutes late. I'll be honest with you guys, or 4 minutes late. That's honestly the only thing I checked at 10 o'clock. There was no post on the 30th, so I went ahead and made the Jean Grey video for the 31st. And then I realized after making the video that this had been posted. Now, this key art is pretty cool. It's pretty dope. You've got Adam Warlock looking pretty awesome in the background as sort of like the overhead figure. This is a pretty, this is a pretty usual setup for the characters, with one in the back sort of looming above them and then two in the front. And then we have Requiem and Drax. Requiem looks awesome. Drax looks comical, but still pretty freaking muscular. And we can see his now trademark, but they're sort of newish, pink, sort of purplish energy daggers that he creates. We also have this really cool skull type emblem here in the middle of his collar, which looks dope. And then a lot of people have pointed this out. This is straight from the comics. You have the Power Stone, the Power Infinity Gem, inset in Requiem's hilt of her blade. That is 100% true in the comics. That's the sort of the first thing she does after she obtains the Power Stone. I think she jacks it from Star-Lord. She does a sleight of hand trick, and then she kidnaps a Nirda Valyrian Forge Master, like the one that made Thor's Stormbreaker in Endgame. and she makes him build her the sword and I believe the armor as well, and then she kills him. So yeah, a little bit of fun fact trivia for you guys regarding Requiem. But yeah, the key art looks dope. Hopefully there will be more to this update. That's the other thing that I'm sort of still worried about, is that the update is just going to be 3 new uniforms, 3 new artifacts, a tier 3 for Adam, and an awakening for Requiem and Drax. And they're going to be like, okay guys, that's the February update. Have fun. See ya. And, I don't want to get too negative, but when I have, 4 minutes, 5 minutes of time to fill here and I have nothing else to say, let's get into some of my worst fears for Marvel Future Fight. So again, this is just purely speculation on my part. This is not even something that I want to be true. Obviously, once I tell you, you're like, that sucks. So I obviously don't want this to be true, but I was thinking about the fact that it's become difficult lately. If I were to explain the flow of updates to someone who doesn't play Marvel Future Fight, it would be difficult lately to explain to them and to point out which of the updates have been major updates and which of the updates have been minor updates or sort of like mid-month updates. Now, you can sort of say that that's not true for January because we got a very obvious small mid-month update with literally just Emma Frost, right? But then if you think about it that way, if that was the mid-month update for just Emma tier 3 uniform and artifact, then the main update for January, which was still called December for some reason, but we'll, skip that, was literally just the 3 uniforms for Colossus, Mr. Sinister, and Betsy, and the 3 artifacts and the triple awakening. So if that's what major updates have become, just 3 new uniforms, 3 new artifacts, and 3 new transcendences, or, a mixture of transcendences and tier 3s, that's a big time problem. Now, it hasn't really been that long since we got actual content. It hasn't been that long. I'm not going to count Dimension Rifts, to be honest with you, because this is not really new content. This is recycled content with some changes. They're good changes, but this is not really enough content. Not to mention the missions that you go on, the actual stages, are literally just copied and pasted from the story mode minus the environmental hazards. So again, it's very, very loosely based content. But in November, basically, is when we actually got the most recent content. So it feels like it's been a really long time. And if you skipped most of the Eternals update, it does feel like even longer. But yes, November was the last time we got actual content. If you go back a little bit further than that, in September, I believe, we got the Shang-Chi Legendary Battle. And also, in somewhere around there, November, between September and November, we also got the Dispatch missions. The Dispatch Sector 11 and 12. That might have been December, actually. That might have not been November. So yeah, the new Dispatch missions are, I would say that kind of counts as new content. But still, in terms of like actual new, never before seen content with never before seen stages, the Shang-Chi update is actually the last time, and I guess the Epic Quest. Although again, if you skipped it or you don't play them, like this True Evolution quest here, you may have never seen it before. But yeah, this is you should technically call this new content, despite the fact that it is I can't play it right. Despite the fact that it is purely just a farming game mode, it's not something that you would actually look forward to and enjoy playing every day unless you desperately need these resources. So yeah, that's why I would say that the updates have felt dry lately, because of the lack of new original content. A lot of content have just been recycled and upcycled, which is good for the environment, but sort of bad for player retention and player sort of engagement. And then as far as the updates being all mid-month updates, I'm hoping that February, like this update for tomorrow, breaks that trend, right? But like I was saying, a lot of the the last 4 updates in a row have all been basically mid-month updates, right? Like, again, I know we're not supposed to get a full update for December, but if you hold that we're not supposed to get a full update for December, we also didn't get a full update for January. So we sort of, instead of skipping 1 month, we skipped 2 months. I would have much rather just skip December entirely. I know people would have hated to wait longer for Spidey, but I would have rather waited for Spidey in January and then got a full-fledged Spidey update with actual content, maybe a legendary battle or whatever. Maybe that's not a good suggestion because we don't know what Sony and Marvel's deal was or is. We don't know what their relationship is like, so maybe that also plays into it. Fine, but all I'm saying is the new norm for Marvel Future Fight better not be that the full update is 3 uniforms and then the mid-month update is just 1 more uniform. That's just not okay, because they basically took the formula of the mid-month update and made it the full update, right? Because the mid-month update used to be still pretty big, like 2 to 3 uniforms kind of thing, and the main update would be even more than that. It would be like 5 uniforms, a new character, some new content. Not every single month, but if you go back to and you look at 2021, we had quite a few months with quite a lot of content. Dispatch was straight up introduced, right, with the 10 sectors of Dispatch, right? Mephisto, World Boss Legend. Okay, you kind of get what I'm saying now, right? The entirety of Timeline Survival, despite that game mode not being good reward-wise, this is obviously not copy-pasted content, right? The only thing that's similar is the actual fighting, but everything else, you know, is brand new, which is very, very cool. So we had bigger updates. We just need to start seeing them again. Basically, that's just my point. We need to start seeing them again, and we need to stop this sort of cascading mid-month update slide that we've been on since I want to say December. So yeah, that is your MFF daily update scoop, brought to you by J. Jonah Jameson's grandson, me, Alex. I don't know. Anyways, the update should be tomorrow, which means that it's actually Thursday morning. So the update should be Wednesday night, and for most people in the world, it's so confusing that for 99% of the people in the world, it's Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. Well, now it's gonna be Thursday morning, right? Like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. But just for people on the west coast of the United States and Canada, and maybe some people in South America, just for those people specifically, exclusively, it actually falls on the day before. Not my favorite thing to have to explain to people. Really not. But anyways, yeah, the update is not tonight. The update is tomorrow night. So I will be streaming it tomorrow night, etc., 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 twitch.tv/Cynicalex. You sort of know the drill by now. And I'll keep you guys posted if anything gets updated. But as far as I know, nothing has been updated. There are no patch notes. And so, yeah, it sort of makes sense now when we look at the event quest. Some of you probably already realized that, and you're typing down below in the comments like a smartass. I knew about this months ago, Alex. I know. We should have all listened to you. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Smash the like button if you woke up way too early for nothing. Wink, wink. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.